Hello, friends. I'm author Cassidy Carson, and this is The Life of a Writer. Today is March 9th, 2025, and the topic of discussion for the week is editing. I've put together some clips that actually cover the past 2 weeks. I don't remember exactly what I have, so we'll see if the footage comes together and makes sense. But we will jump right in, and then I'll come back and chat with you a little bit at the end. Here we go. So today is Thursday, February 20th, and I am doing some work on my manuscript that my husband started reading. He got about halfway through, but it needed a lot of revision. So I dove into that first thing this morning. I'm now deeply into the first chapter. This is taking me a long time. I've been on this first chapter for hours. And I do have a goal in mind of when I'd like to get this off to our editorial service. So I'm looking at maybe 6 weeks. Hopefully sooner would be nice. But in the meantime, let's just settle in and do some work and see how much I get done. Right now, JT decided to go out for a little walk because it is a nice day here in Northern Nevada. So I will do a little editing if you'd like to hang out, and then we'll see where we go from here. Been a couple of days since I checked in, and it is now Saturday morning. I think the last time I did a little talk was on Thursday, might have been Wednesday, but I am still working on my romance, my Virginia City ghost book, and it's going to be slow going. I'm hoping to get further along pretty quickly. I really want to get this done within 6 weeks, but we have so many other things going on because JT and I started our company, Two More Books, and we are trying to get his books into wider distribution. We did co-write a book together called From Tundra to Tiara, which I've mentioned before, but for the most part, a lot of our library currently is his writing. And working on my books, I'm hoping to augment and provide a little bit more variety, because I do have my 6-book romance series planned, and even though the editing is going slow, I do feel like this manuscript has a lot of promise, so I'm hoping that it will be out by summer, maybe the second book in this series, hopefully maybe October. Fingers crossed anyway. So those are my plans right now, and like I said, we're just really busy right now. JT is spending a lot of time expanding our distribution of books, and we just opened our own online bookstore, so we'll hope you'll check that out. So far, haven't had any luck with anyone. People have been looking at the bookstore, but they haven't bought any books yet. So we do have stock on hand if you're interested, and I can show you a little bit more about what we're doing with that later. Also, this is our little bookstore that I just reorganized because we had personal books on this shelf along with the stock for our little bookstore. But you can see we have our microphones and we have the books on display. We have the on-air sign that we use for the podcast. We have some equipment over here. And of course, JT's newest book, ZOEY, is there, along with From Tundra to Tiara. So this is the Two More Books bookstore. Well, I know it's been a few days. Today is actually Tuesday, February 25th. So I think the last time I updated was either Friday or Saturday of last week, maybe. It's been busy. This past weekend, I actually got a haircut and put in a couple of new bookshelves that they're on either side of our fireplace so that we can keep our personal books separate from the books that we have in our little bookstore. So I can insert a picture of that here really quick. We do have a lot of stock on hand, so if you'd like to go to our website and check that out, we will send you an autographed copy. If you are local to the Northern Nevada area, we'll be happy to meet up with you somewhere in the Reno, Carson City area. We can do a meet, maybe have a coffee, and give you an autographed copy if you're interested. And the other thing that we've been busy with this week is the release of this book over here. It's my husband's newest release, ZOEY, which is a sci-fi romance set in Nevada, another fictional Nevada area, but it's based on some areas that we are familiar with in Nevada. So it's a compilation of different people and places that kind of are a good representation of Nevada. It also includes kind of an interesting storyline, and it may spin off into another book. I believe JT has another book written that will go along with it. I don't know if it would be a duology or a a series of some kind. It could be a duology, but there's definitely more to come on this, I think. And it does relate to extraterrestrials and the effect they might have on humanity. So if that's intriguing, I hope you'll check out the book. Well, hello again. Here's another day of trying to get some editing done on my Virginia City Ghost book. It's really hard because it's absolutely beautiful outside. Yesterday, JT and I took a beautiful walk down by the Carson River. There's a place called Riverview Park where we can do I think it's about a 1.5 mile loop, or if we're doing a 5K or something, we'll do a couple of loops around the park. And it reminds me of being back in school, when on those days when it was just so nice and you'd be sitting there staring out the window, unable to concentrate because it was so beautiful. But I want to get this book done. My deadline for revising this is about 4 weeks from now, because JT is going to do another quick beta read of it before we send it off to our editing service. So 4 weeks. Today is February 26th, so we're almost done with February. I really, really hope to get it done by mid-March, if not by the end of March, because I want JT to have a chance to read through it before we set off on our April plans, because we've got a lot going on right now, and just so hard to keep up with everything. And I'm sure everybody is familiar with the feeling. Everyone who writes, it's very easy to get distracted from your projects. And I had tried getting up a little earlier to see if I could get work done before the day started, but I just can't focus first thing in the morning. So here I am on a beautiful afternoon in the chilly house when it's really nice outside. And I'm trying to get some work done. And especially, now that JT is out enjoying a walk, this is the perfect time, because I don't have the distraction of him sitting right across from me, because that's our current setup, which I can show you. But yeah, I guess I'll get back to this, and I'm not sure. I might do a couple more days on this video before I actually post it. I've gotten some sporadic clips here and there over the past week that I'm going to piece together, but for right now, back to editing. So just for reference, here is our work setup. My desk is on this side, so this is how I'm currently working. And then JT's desk is over here, and you can see we are right across from each other. It's kind of a partner's desk type of setup. So today is Thursday, February 27th, 2025. It's release day for my husband's new book, ZOEY, and we mailed out a physical autographed copy that was ordered from our online bookstore. So that was a fun way to start the day. Then we went out for a celebratory breakfast. And of course, what do you do once a book is now released out into the world? You continue working on the other books that you plan to release sometime in the future. So that's my plan for the rest of the day, at least. I think JT is still working on setting some things up for us on Draft to Digital. We're expanding our offerings, and he's working on the paperback versions, which is a challenge because if anybody deals with book covers, you know, if they're not created for a specific format, it is a challenge to get them out there. But that's how our day is going so far. It's been quite the release week for JT, so I've been trying to fit in editing wherever I can. I haven't gotten very far yet, and like I said, I do want to get this out by hopefully mid-March so that JT can do another read-through before it goes to our editorial service, because I'm hoping the book will be out in May or June. And some of the challenges I've been having relate to not thinking the story through well enough. I did do an outline for this book, but there were aspects of the story that were clear to me that were not clear to JT when he read it. And that is a problem considering how well we know each other. If he doesn't know what I intended, then people who don't know me won't have any idea what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to clarify those things and make sure that the story is not only readable, but it makes sense, that there is a through line. You know, I need to meet the beats, basically, where, you know, there's the rising action and there's the setup of the relationship between the two main characters. And then I have the added complication that I'm using 2 time periods and 2 sets of main characters. So it is maybe more of a challenge than I thought it would be when I first started out, but I'm hoping that it will come out really well in the end. And I'll continue to keep you updated on my progress as this, you know, is a frustrating experience for me to work through, and I know other people like me may be out there facing the same things. So I hope some of the things that I'm coming up against will prepare you if you decide to do something similar, if you decide to do a book with 2 timelines. I mean, really, who does that? But I really believe in the story, and I'm hoping it turns out well. And that's why I'm spending so much time editing this, to make sure it's understandable and relatable to people who may read it in the future. So that's where we are today, but congratulations to my hubby on his new book. It's very exciting that he got that out into the world. Well, here we are back on March 9th. I hope those clips made some sense. Putting them together was a lot more challenging than I expected. Other people make this look so easy, so it's a new process for me, and I'm hoping that over time it will become easier and smoother. But we feel our way through these things as we go. Not everyone is a born editor or creative. And as you can see, editing both videos and books can be a challenging process. You've seen my struggles over the past 2 weeks. I hope you have found some comfort in the fact that if you're going through this as well, you're not alone. It is a heavy lift to get a book out there. So thank you for following along in this life of a writer. Again, I'm Cassidy Carson, and I hope you have a wonderful day.